In this video, we're on lesson 2 from unit 4, and this is going to be graphing common functions number 2. And so, in previous videos, I've already explained how do we do translations from square roots and absolute values. And in this particular video, we're going to look at this parent function, which is a quadratic function. That's something you've been exposed to in 8th and 9th grade through Algebra 3-4 and now into pre-calculus. And so we are going to graph these 4 examples. You're going to be watching if you're directly in front of me. And how do we use, the goal is how do we use these parent functions, the ordered pairs created by the inputs and outputs from plugging in, for instance, -2 squared is 4 and so on, to create this pattern and now use that pattern to quickly graph these 4 examples. So let me create an XY axis. Now what you see different about example 1 compared to 2, 3, and 4 is that inside there's no value here. So what that really looks like is x plus 0 quantity squared. This means that for the first example, I'm not going to move to the left or right. Remember, it lies to you on the inside, and then the vertical asymptote tells you the truth. I'm not going to move left or right. I'm simply going to shift up 2. I'm not going to move left or right. I'm going to shift up 2. So the first thing I do is I don't move left or right. I shift up 2. That's going to be my starting point. I have my little x there. I'm going to come back. I've got those things taken care of. And now, how do I use this parent function? So this is what I'm going to write down quickly off to the side. How to use these points. So this is going to be 0, 0. It's an ordered pair. This says move right 1 because it's a positive x. Move up 1 because it's a positive y. Move right 2 and move up 4. Move left 1 and up 1, move left 2 and up 4. And this is our translative function. We're going to move on now to example number 2. In example number 2, what's different from yesterday is we're going to start off with what we did. So we're going to go lies to us, move to the left 2, and move down 4. Lies tells the truth. This is your horizontal shift, and this is your vertical shift. So from the origin, left 2, down 4. Left 2, down 4, you're just watching if you're with me. I'm going to come back and cross those out. Now here's the new piece. Any value that's directly in front of the parent function, this is your parent function, okay? Any value that's directly in front, we will always multiply by the y's. So I'm going to take 3 times 4 to get 12. 3 times 1, 3 times 0, 3 times 1, and 3 times 4. Now when I look at this, I had the ordered pair -2, 12, -1, 3, 0, 0, 1, 3, and 2, 12. How does that help me? So here's the point right down here. That's my starting point because I went left 2, down 4. I'm going to start here at the origin, and now I'm going to go right 1 and up 3 from this point. Right 1, up 3. Right 2, up 12. So right 2 and up 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Then I'm going to go left 1 and up 3, and left 2 and up 12. And we can see that if we compare the two parabolas, they have the same basic shape. What's different is this rises at a much faster rate. Whenever the value up front is greater than 1, it's going to rise faster. If it's between 0 to 1, it's going to be a lot flatter, like we're going to see in example number 3. Okay, example number 3 and example 4. Example 4 will change up what we're doing, so I'm going to come off to the side, give us a new graph, and I'm writing down those ordered pairs for the parent function. So -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Now, do you have to memorize this? Please know that on the day before the test, I will give you something like this with each of the major common functions, and you'll see an XY table. You'll be in charge of filling out the X's and the Y's. You'll have time to do that the day before the test. Then on the day of the test, I will pass it back to you, and you can use it, because you cannot use a calculator to graph these. That's not part of the rubric for scoring. What do I do first? I find if there's a horizontal or vertical shift. I'm going to go right 4 because it lies to us, and up 3, it tells the truth. 2, 4, and up 3. I come back and cross them out. Again, anytime we have a value directly in front of the parent function, we're going to multiply it by the y's. So 4 times -1/2. Well, half of 4 is 2, and there's a negative sign. Half of 1 is 1/2, and there's a negative sign. 0 is just 0, because 0 times -1/2 is simply 0. And then we have -1/2, and we have -2. Okay, so here's my ordered pair. Here's 0, 0. I'm going to go right 1 and down a half. Right 1 and down 1/2. Right 2 and down 2. Right 2 and down 2. And now off to the left. Left 1, down a half, and left 2 and down 2. And there's the parabola that's created by the quadratic function that's illustrated above. We've got one example left, and this is going to maybe leave you confused. So examples 2 and 3 from this video were similar. Now there's one thing different about example number 4, and that's we can see that there's a negative sign in front of the x within the parentheses. So the first thing I need to do is I need to rewrite this. Anytime within the parentheses we see a value other than positive 1 in front of the x, we have to factor it out. What does that look like? So I'm going to factor out this negative sign, which acts as a negative 1. And I'm going to ask myself, negative 1 times what is negative x? That would be x. And negative 1 times what value is negative 1? That would be positive 1. And it's easy to make a mistake, so let's go back and make sure that I did this right. Negative 1x, I like it, and negative 1. I feel good about this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply that horizontal and vertical shifts if they exist. So this is going to lie to me. Instead of going to the right one, I'm going to go left 1, and then I'm going to go up 1. So on this graph, I'm going to go left 1 and up 1. This is where I have it, and then I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to come back here just to make my life easy and be lazy. I'm going to erase those. Any value that's directly in front will always be multiplied by the y's. 4 times 2 is 8. 2, 0, 2, and 8. Done. Any value that is within the parentheses that we had to factor out will always be multiplied by the x's. So negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive. 0 times negative 1 is 0, negative, and negative. So this is my ordered pairs. My ordered pair is 2, 8, 1, 2, 0, 0, negative 1, 2, and negative 2, 8. Time to graph. So this is my starting point. I'm going to go left 1 and up 2. Left 1, up 2. Left 2, up 8. Left 2, and up 8. And you can see I'm a little bit off the graph there. Left 1 and up 2. Left 1, up 2. And left 2, up 8. And again, I'm going to be slightly off the graph. And this is what we have.